What is up, everybody? Oh, I guess we're not looking at this one. I wanted to take a little look at this because I had seen something about this. See if this one will let us look without. So New Jersey Transit is on strike. Bro, are you really gonna be annoying too? Lame. Let's see if we find one on here that does not gonna be annoying. Cause I don't give a fuck about your ads. Okay, that one's. You can also stop playing. So, New Jersey Transit engineers on strike after contract negotiation fails. All rail services suspended, which is pretty wild. Like, okay, I mean, we'll look into more of this. Uh, but yeah, like if they just stopped working, like because like they're not getting paid good enough wages, like that's something that needs to be upped. Like a lot of these transit drivers are having to deal with a lot of people that don't know how to use their brain cells anymore, or they're so fucked up on some sort of something or whatever that they become like a fucking disaster on their train or their bus or whatever they're driving and shit. Like, they need to be doing something about a lot of these people, whether it's start getting rid of all this drug bullshit off the streets or something. But uh, New Jersey Transit train engineers went on strike early Friday in dispute over wages. Yeah. See, I didn't even get to even read this. I figured it was about paying or about not having money. Halting all train service and impacting some 3,500,000 commuters. Their governor said in press Thursday night that the administration is working on in good faith to get wages and benefits that employees deserve while being financially responsible to taxpayers. Wait, fiscally? I don't know what fiscally means. Uno momento, everybody. Fiscally? I couldn't even spell it. In a way that relates to government revenue, especially taxes. I wouldn't call any of our party's leaders in a way that relates to financial matters. So like just man, just money stuff. Over the past several weeks and months, we have been working around the clock to avoid this strike and keep New Jersey Transit operating at full capacity. As always, our single highest priority has always been to provide the best possible service to our state's commuters and taxpayers. Which here's like a little, I think it's a tweet. I'm not sure where this was posted. But the BLET has informed New Jersey Transit of their intention to strike effective 12:01 a.m. on Friday, May 16th. This will result in the suspension of all New Jersey Transit train service until further notice. You go to this place for more details. We don't have any previous deal. We did have a previous deal that we struck in March. At the time, it was what we felt was a deal worth putting in front of the membership. BLET government or general chairman said that night, I need to reiterate that union is a democracy in the workplace and every union member gets to have a say on whether they feel an agreement is sufficient or for their needs or not. And that agreement ultimately simply did not meet the needs of locomotive engineers as it relates to wages. Now, this is wild, like, but yeah, like if they're not being paid, like good enough for whatever wages to have to deal with people like that just isn't right for them, like I don't know how these places are, like, you can kind of see here. Kind of want to play this, but like I don't want to be jump scared. Oh, oh, it's just them talking about. But like I don't know like the actual conditions of things and stuff there. Like Like the conditions of them could be horrible. They could be having to drive around in like what it looks like here. They're talking about is trains. Like they could be having to drive around in like really bad condition trains. Like the front cab where they're driving could be like a disaster. They could be having to drive around with no air conditioning or whatever. There could be like a lot of things. Like see, it says we take a lot of pride in what we do, but we also need to put food on the table. Oh, so it's just really just the factor of like they're just not getting paid enough, which is just like how like all of America really is right now. Like I get that people are struggling and all that, like everybody is like financially. It doesn't matter whether you're, here in New Jersey, you're in any of the other states around here, like we're everywhere here is like struggling money wise, like. So, I get this, like if you're not being paid like paid well enough for your job, like and a lot of these people like I was saying earlier, like they're having to deal with like some really ignorant people nowadays, like people that are going out here acting like plenty of the people that we've made videos on and shit, like out there being rejects and shit. Like they definitely deserve a bit more. Like, if any kind of like person that's gonna be driving around other people or like having some sort of service where you have to drive multiple people around, you should be getting paid a decent bit of money. Like especially if they're gonna be acting like rejects. Like they definitely need some like extraness. Like it doesn't matter, like I understand, like it's you should go to work, do your job, and whether you're happy or not. But not everybody wants to work that way. Like that's kind of that's just fucked. But if it is just them complaining about like about it or whatever, like that's some shit, like we don't need that shit. Like don't be complaining or whatever just because you don't like your job. If there's actual like issues and shit, yeah, then there should be some complaints. Which not getting paid enough to deal with some of these people nowadays is definitely a good enough complaint like in my book. Not sure about y'all, but the union members want parity with Amtrak and the MTA. The union claims its members earn an average salary of 113,000 a year and says an agreement would be reached if CEO Chris Kalluri agrees to an average yearly salary of 170,000, which I mean that's what like $57,000 increase. Uh, Leaderships although though disputes the union's data, saying the engineers would average total earnings of 135,000 annually, with the highest earnings exceeding 200,000. Bro, that's literally 30,000 less than this. And this 135 is literally like that's still not enough. Like 135,000 a year to live like some of these places, like you'd be lucky to be able to live in some of these places. Like I don't know how New Jersey is. I've never been there. I've been to some of these other states. Like shit, you come to Arizona, California, $135,000. I don't think it's buying you much. I don't even think it's buying you much in New York. I just see New York here. So yeah, that $135,000 a year. I mean, that's not bad money, but like to some of these other people that are like making what? That's six, like seven figure numbers. Seven figures and higher numbers and shit. just fucking 135,000, like 200,000, like I don't know why people think these numbers are big. Like I mean they are big, like don't get me wrong, but like for somebody that's having like for a year, that's all you're getting. Like this is what they're getting right now, like 113,000 a year. That's crazy, bro. Like yeah, people can't make it anymore. Like there's just so much going on now that like people we like working class citizens just can't make it anymore. Like if you're not rich, then you're not making it like comfortably. And if you are making it comfortably, like you either have like multiple incomes coming in or you have multiple jobs, like type stuff. But even that's I don't consider that being like living comfortably. Like I know people that work in two, three jobs, whatever, and like they're sitting comfortably, but they have to work three jobs to basically sit comfortably. Like, and that's not something I ever remember having to do. Like, well, I mean, not just like me in general, but I don't ever remember having to hear people do that. Like I remember back in the day, people working, like one job, maybe two if they're, if they have like extra expenses, kids and stuff. But one person having to work two, three jobs just to like feel like they're working comfortably. Damn, bro. Like, yeah, you're not like and a lot of these people, I'd say they probably only work one job. So $130,000 or 113,000. I don't know where that number went. There it is. 113,000 a year. Like that's not gonna get much. Like see buses from some junction. I don't know how you say that. Syracuse? Is that Syracuse? I could be. I don't know how you say that though. I could be wrong. Uh, so like these are just like all like for example, a round trip ticket from PNC Art Center to New York City will cost $48. Important note: New Jersey Transit will not offer cross honor tickets at these park and ride locations. So I was like, is this like stuff that they're doing different? Charter buses will run from four satellite lots around the state. Two of those park and ride lots will go directly into Manhattan. Should a strike last through the weekend? Oh, this is okay. Never mind. This is like like alternate routes while they're figuring out what's going on, huh? Partner head agencies. Okay, yeah. So if you are in these like affected areas of this, there are a bunch of different ways for you guys to still get around. If you're trying to get into New York or just around, there are still ways for you guys to be able to get in and around. So hopefully you guys are still get to stay safe out there, like without this. But yeah, they definitely need to like be given like some more money if they're gonna have to deal with all this. But yeah, there are. I'm gonna guess. I'm could be wrong. I don't know how much any of this. Wait, Newark Airport at Penn Station. There will be an Amtrak service along the New Jersey Transit buses to and from Newark Airport at Penn Station. So yeah, if you still need to get around, there's still gonna be all kinds of ways for you to get around. Still, it's looking like buses from this place. It's gonna be buses from this place, buses from this place. Important to note, New York Transit will not offer cross honor tickets at these park and ride locations. Oh yeah, I read that a minute ago. So if anything, be sure that you know this. But yeah, this is gonna be wild. Like we'll have to see what they actually decide they're gonna do with this. Let me know if any of I don't know if any of my viewers are do watch this. Let me know if you guys are in this area, and if you are, let me know what it's like out there. But with that, I will catch you guys later. Peace out.